It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense. Is 6'2", 225-pound signal caller Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to lose yard. They go play action with Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds. And that's going to lead to a third down. In motion right, one of the tight ends. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Raven. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And that's going to be a... They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And that's going to be another first down as the inside the 20. Here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It's a big place of goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation.
And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Back onto the field come the New York plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. Some big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Wanting to keep the drive alive on third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Down.
A give, running right is Hall. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Holding offense.
Edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wilson's got it complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a third and
one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard. Rodgers again now. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And bulldozing his way through. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Baltimore to their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. 27 yards there, a first down.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the...
Out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things...
Quarter, for us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's go, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they will not get the connection. It's on third down tonight. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And on 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for
a job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossings like last play. To throw is Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And it works. Here's Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Forced out to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. How did he stay on his feet? And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 71 yards. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside with 30 at the 27. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game already referenced in the first half. He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been...
Why? You've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He was held without a... They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He was...
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back...
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big... The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he slips up past the 40. To throw, it's Rodgers. This complete to Corley. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
C.J. Mosley.
But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not as
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He had a man up
There because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game.
They are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. Yards receiving on the night. Now it's Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. Then second down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll go down at the 28. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Throwing is Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the... Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run with Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jazz. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even. As they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball? Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's...
At the 4-yard line.
In motion, Aguilar. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
But I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Ball game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. In motion, Aguilar. Throwing is Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning.
Here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who...
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
That type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. 170 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. In motion left, Bateman. Play action. It's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back to back.
Ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pick of
My night, it hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. It's divided 1-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again.
Territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jackson completes it to Aguilar. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Running from the gun with Henry. And good downhill running. He's got 6. 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The 6 yards on the pick in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball.
2 now, 2nd and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. The final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, let's be careful not to give out too many kudos.